Greetings YouTube, this is Jared with Omnivore Blade Works. It is March 26th, 2016. I had a birthday yesterday, so now I'm 36. And it's going to be a good year. What we have for news in the shop is the following. This stack of dark colored tomahawks are ones that have come back from, well, they've been through hell. Like 3 times. So these have been heat treated twice improperly and then annealed, and now they're a little crooked, so they need to be straightened. I've got a stack already started right here. These are all straightened, and they're going to be going out for another proper heat treating process. So we've got the 3B ultralights and some Anubis and some concealed carry tomahawks, and some jackals or camp hatchets, and then some weird javelina tools and some other knives. And then a couple of these short tomahawks, and then the ETA tomahawks, and then more ultralights, and then a new batch of Anubis tomahawks. So these have been CNC machined by a local shop, K&C Machine. And I had them do the mohawk edges and the underhook edges, and they used a fly cutter, I believe, to do a circular interpolation and step down. So I'll be able to clean these bevels up with the Dynafile without having to use my mill. And then I'll be grinding the axe edge, the beard point, and then underneath the spike. And then doing some deburring and stuff on the handles, rounding over the lanyard loops, and then they'll go out for heat treat along with all these. So it's going to be a huge batch that American Metal Treating is going to heat treat for us, and then we'll just be focused on finish work, and sheaths and handles, which I'm already working on with another batch, which are all laid out here. So I've got some Americanas. These are all heat treated, so I'm just doing flush fitting handles on some of these, or most of them, and then these Americanas are going to have a reveal. So I've marked the amount I need to radius the tang. So basically these have been left with the handles a little bit undersized, so that if you do wrap, you can wrap them with some leather, or it just makes my manufacturing process a little faster if I had remembered that I made them undersized already before I had them heat treated. So now I've got to go back and round over the tangs. And it's nice. It's a nice effect, and it looks good. And it also, if you end up dropping the knife, you end up dinging the tang instead of the handle material, which I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. But so anyway, I got a couple of 50-160 Kodiaks that will be shipping out. So we'll see how they perform. Customers will test them. And then a couple of Horribilis. They're going to be, I think they're spoken for. And then one of these Horus swords is spoken for. And then I can't remember if anybody wanted these or not. But there are a couple of the Murder Gladius. And then there's a small batch of Parvis and Raven and Tanuki knives. And then I think this is going to be Alden's Jackal Tomahawk. And then there's just more stuff to do. The CNC router is almost back up and operational. I got to put the control board back in it. I had that repaired. So soon this CNC router will be back up in action. I 3D printed a apparatus so that I can suck some dust out from underneath here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to Velcro some clear vinyl material that will come down about to the level of the bit. So, and it'll be like sliced like a brush type of material, and then we'll be able to pretty much get all the dust that's generated out of here. And also there's a diverter for the air that cools the router off. It gets pumped down through it, and that air will all be diverted back out. And then I made a splitter for the for the top, so we can get a 2-inch hose feeding the whole thing down to the 2 flex hoses, so I saved some space. That was kind of an exercise in solid modeling and 3D printing. And then this cart houses the computer and the speed controller, and then that big old pole is supposed to be an arm that'll hold the monitor and the keyboard, and on the top it'll have a boom arm that will support the vacuum hose, which will come from somewhere. Back here, in this box is the control board for the machine, and we've got handle blanks that are all too thick. They need to be all machined down to a 1/4 inch. So I'm probably going to try to use the CNC to do some three-dimensional machining on those. And then we'll be doing more fitting of handles for all these little guys, and a stack of Kodiaks. And there's more. I already had some handle fitting going on with these little knives, so there's just going to be a lot of Cerakoting and sheath making work to do in the near future. And then these tomahawks are turning out pretty nice. This is like a modification to the Jackal tomahawk, so you can hold it up here, and for close quarters combat techniques you can hold it more like a traditional hatchet. And then I've got some baby crows. One of these is in particular headed for a customer. I just need to clean the epoxy off and they'll be done. Pretty exciting things happening. Hopefully we'll be moving fast once the CNC router's back up in action. Then we'll be pretty much out of 1095 blades. I got to grind these javelina tools also before the next heat treat. Shooting for probably 2 weeks or less on this batch of tomahawks to take to the heat treater. I just got to straighten all these guys, and then deburr and do some grinding on all these. So there's 28 plus a whole pile more. And then after those are sent out, then I'll start pecking away at the 3V blades. And then I've also got to have these 4 or 6 3V tomahawks, get those machined. So that'll be something we get done before the blade show. All right, that's all I have for you now. Hopefully I'll have another progress report before too long, and we'll have lots of good news. All right, see you next time.